This is how we're gonna do it. Up close and personal. Just gonna make this thing pop. Listen. I tried to shoot the video outside. I had to throw the footage away because it's too dark. And it was only showing me up to like here. So it was like half a dark man, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about complexion. I mean, like, it was like you were talking to a shadow. So we had to bring the camera inside. And as much as I hate to do that, I like to be on location. But this is how we doing it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily go-getterism number 344 for September 12th, 2015. Listen, we have a situation that's going on in this world right now, especially in our country, in the United States, where the youth seem to be displaced. You know, I talk a lot about our youth in these videos that we make, because we have to make sure that we understand that the youth are our future. These children, these kids, these teenagers, these adolescents, these pre-adolescents, these babies that are just being born, they are our future. They are going to be the ones that are going to take care of us when we get old, and when we need to pass the torch to those who are young and vibrant and progressive enough to take us to the places that we need to go. So there's some things that we need to talk about as far as this situation is concerned that really concern me right now, and hopefully it concerns you, and if it doesn't, it should. Number one, you know, the educational system in many of our schools is just not cutting it. You know, they've cut out so many programs in the big city schools like Philadelphia, where I live at. They cut out so many programs that we really need. When you cut out physical education from your curriculum, you know, I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that, because not because health and fitness is my area, but it's my focus, because I know the benefit that it gives to this. I know when you get all of this together, when you know what I'm saying, when you get your body right, your mind right your mind gets right there in turn with it. As a matter of fact, you can't be healthy unless this is right and this is right. It doesn't work that way. So once you start sweating it out, once you start lifting and all of that, it allows this to have more oxygen to it, and it thinks better. It thinks clearly. You really, really get a better thinking product. So when you take physical education out of your curriculum, when you take out the shops, you know, woodworking, plumbing, automotive, electrical. Why would you take those things out of schools? You take those things out of schools when those are the things that you're going to make money with. And then you bump up this educational, this academic agenda, and I ask you, where's that really getting us? I'm definitely a big proponent of education, learning everything that you can learn. But you're not going to tell me that all of these crazy, expensive, hard to ever pay for in your lifetime universities are where it's at. If you can barely find a job that will give you the financial resources to be able to pay off your student loans, how can your focus be on that? You need to be. Everybody can't be a scholar. Everybody can't be that, and even scholars can't always pay their bills. So we need to have something that will give us a more well-rounded education, and we need to be able to find something that we know how to do. So this is what I want to encourage y'all to do. If you have a skill, I don't care if it's a trade. I don't care if it's business wise. I don't care if you know how to do hair. If you know how to put up a lamp. If you know how to install a toilet or fix a leak. Or if you know how to make clothes. If you know how to type fast. Whatever it is. If you have a skill, I want to encourage you to take a youth and teach a youth what you know how to do. Teach them how to do something, because this government, this system that's being put in place is taken away from everything that they would learn how to do in order to make a couple of dollars. And now we have so many of our youth having to stand on corners. They don't have to do that, but many of them don't see their way out because maybe their home lives are so messed up that they think that that's the only way they can make money. It's ridiculous and pathetic that so many of our youth think that selling drugs or becoming an athlete is or a rapper or some type of entertainer is the only way out. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous and it's unacceptable. So if we accept that as adults, then our children are not going to learn the things that we need to learn. We have to be mature too. So I don't care what it is that you know how to do. If you make money by doing it, you need to teach your youth how to do it. Period. On the video that I made before this, I was talking about how okay, first of all, our youth today really don't think that racism exists. They think that it was something that played out in the 80s. And there was a lot of racism in the 80s with a president like Ronald Reagan, who passed the torch to his then vice president George Bush, who was elected in 88 and then was ousted from office, was out elected from office, whatever you call it, by Bill Clinton. You know, if you check the racist agenda, a lot of people don't understand the contribution that Bill Clinton made to destroying our youth today. A lot of people don't understand the contribution that Bill Clinton made towards ensuring that the plan to destroy young black men was definitely fostered and promoted. Bill Clinton was the one who invented the 3 strikes rule. If you're convicted of 3 felonies, then you receive a life sentence, regardless of the severity of the felonies. If you committed and was convicted of 3 felonies, then it was like 3 strikes and you're in. What kind of mess is that? What kind of mess is that? And you know that when you have a system in place that is going to put a disenfranchised group of people in a position to commit crimes and probably felonies, who is going to be filling up those jails? The other thing that he did to compound that, speaking of prisons, was Bill Clinton was the one who privatized penitentiaries. He turned penitentiaries into franchises, into corporations. So you make money off of prisoners. Now that does 2 things. It turns prisons into slave camps, slave quarters, plantations. You get free labor, and that money is private. It doesn't even go to the state. So if you get up enough money, you can open yourself up a prison, and you know it's going to make money because people always going in. And if you sentence them long enough, they ain't never coming out. So you getting free labor for the rest of your life, getting all the money. That was what you can think to who we used to. I mean, that's who you can think for. Who some people called the first black president of the United States. So while he's playing a saxophone on late night talk shows and acting like he's liking black people and putting them in positions of power. Who did he put in positions of power, by the way? I hope you don't say Ron Brown. Better look that up. Anyway, that's what he did. Another thing that privatizations of prisons did was it took away the promotion and it took away the need, not necessarily the need, but if you're interested in rehabilitation, if there's money involved, who's going to want to rehabilitate these prisoners? Because that will get them out of jail. That will reintegrate them into society. That will stop the money. So he messed up the rehabilitation process, which takes money out of the social workers' pockets and food off of their table. You know, probation officers. And that's a Democratic president. Why would a Democratic president create programs like that? It balanced the budget. It did. It balanced the budget. That's one of the things that it did. But as far as our people are concerned, it gave us a black eye. And it once again fostered and promoted the plan to either enslave us, re-enslave us, or eliminate us. That's how it goes. Now, it's easy for you to say that as long as you keep your nose clean, you don't have to worry about that. That ain't none of your business. What you need to do is just get yourself together. Yeah, all right. There's something that everybody has done that would qualify them as a felon. And some of us, many of us, have served sentences in jail for crimes that we didn't commit. DNA evidence was the best thing that ever happened to us. But anyway, that's how that's going down. So in order to protect our youth from these types of legislation, I almost forgot about the Rockefeller Laws. Almost forgot about the Rockefeller Laws. The Rockefeller Laws, which have recently been eliminated in the past few years by President Obama, the Rockefeller Laws gave stiffer, much longer sentences for crack cocaine than it did for powder cocaine. So a little bit of crack gave you much longer jail sentences than a lot of powder cocaine. And crack is a powder derivative. Now, who is associated with crack cocaine? Blacks and Latinos. Not that white people don't smoke crack, but they're not the face of the crack epidemic. We are. So, you can thank your man Bill for that too. Holla. That's how it's going down, man. Look, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. Take a youth under your wing. Teach them how to do anything that you know how to do that makes money for you, and ensure that they at least know how to do something that will give them a chance to make a couple of dollars other than standing out in the corner and risking their lives and risking their freedom for nothing. For nothing. And you can easily do that. I don't care if you sew. I don't care if you can fix a light. I don't care if you know electricity, if you know plumbing. I don't care if you can fix a leaky faucet. I don't care if you know how to type really fast. I don't care if you know how to make if you know how to develop a software program. I don't care if you know how to develop an app for a smartphone or a computer. If anything that you know how to do, if you have ever made money off of it, if you know how to cook, whatever, show them how to do that hustle, and show them the value of keeping some money in their pocket instead of spending it on everything that they see in the media, like Jordans, like Gucci, Louis, and Polo. You know, those same brands that go all the way back to the 80s, all the way back to the 70s, that never put any money in our pocket but takes all the money out of us. You know, that stuff that we feel validates us. We got that Gucci bag, that Gucci belt, that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, that Louis bag and all of that. That's the stuff that we talk about. Yeah, I got it like that. You see my Gucci, you see my Louis. You know, that stuff they ain't never done nothing for you. Yeah. We need to teach them how not to value that old bullshit. That's what we got to do. I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. But and I'm sorry I seem so passionate about this, but we have to do what's necessary to take care of our youth, because ain't nobody gonna do it for them except for us. Our black children are at risk, and we are the only ones that can take them out of that risk. We the only ones that can do it. I want y'all to have a great Saturday night, man. I'll holler back at y'all. All right? I'm saying though. Peace. Yo, love you, love. Yeah. In case y'all was wondering where she was at. Ah! All right.